Good morning. Good morning again. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch, where you never know what you're going to see. Keeping it fresh, keeping it new. Good to see you all this morning on a Tuesday morning. You know, I always talk about Tuesday, the forgotten day, but it's another day and another opportunity to have some good times and have some fun and most importantly, have some coffee. So drink it if you got it. Today, my coffee cup says, of course, I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice. Oh, wow, that is good. So good. I think I'll do it again while everybody piles in. 39 of you so far, 40. Look at it fly, the counter. It's going so fast that it's a blur in my dreams. Yeah, and Gary says, Snickers. I'm wearing my Snickers shirt this morning. Only it says carnivore. Really satisfies. Nice Snickers brown color. I like this shirt. That's my biggest challenge every morning. Going through the closet with all those shirts that Gary sent me, saying, which one do I want to wear today? So this one jumped out at me this morning. I got a brief appearance on Kilter this morning. We found Kilts. Stability reigns. He's back up in New York, practicing medicine, settling in on the East Coast again, I hope, because 99% of his life is on the East Coast, between New York and Florida. That's okay. A lot of people are Floridians and New Yorkers, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with this either. Got a visitor. Deja vu. We were just there.
Hello to you, my friend.
How you doing, Kelsey?
Good. Beautiful day in paradise. And I've got to go to surgery pretty soon. I got a meeting actually at 10 after. So just
well, it's always good. We love to see your funny hats and
yeah. I've got a million of these hats laying around, and
I'm sure you do.
We got to look the part, right? It's
we got to work. We got to work on the pants, though. We got to get you some of these wild surgery pants.
Nah, I stick to my black and black. It's simple: black shoes, black pants, black shirt. It's really difficult to decide what to wear in the morning.
Well, I've got all these shirts from Gary now. I must have 30, 40 of them. I don't know what the hell to put on every morning.
I've got all of them too, but this is sort of my comfort zone. It's what I find works the best.
I understand. If I'm not wearing a T-shirt, if I put on a button-down shirt, I feel, I stand out. It doesn't feel right anymore. I just T-shirts and shorts. That's about it.
I mean, I'd wear my Oxford button-down, shirt from I don't know where they're from, but that was my standard. And I stopped wearing a tie a while back, but it was that tie, the shirt, jacket, wherever you went, gotta look the part.
Yeah. Well, I like this better.
Well, I like it better also. It's just so much easier. And sometimes I throw in some jeans, black maybe. And
of course,
but, I like my stretchy pants.
I know.
It's good.
Yeah,
I'm on day.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know if I mentioned I'm on day 4.
Yeah,
of a 6-day fast today. I feel great, and I've
Wow.
done it in a while. And but it's not necessary. But it gives strength. And then I'm gonna at Barry's in Boston. I'm gonna have some nice steak on Saturday.
Oh, that's great. Well, we'll be there with you. We'll be there with you on the live stream, and it'd be nice if it works out good. Maybe it's something that we can use to make these meetups, even the small ones, a lot more inclusive for our community.
Well, I think it's really great. We do more of that, and no matter where people are at, they can hang out at a meetup. They can't make it. Let's do a live stream.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe we'll all have a scooter meetup.
A scooter, yeah. And, I got that little drone now that I followed myself around on a scooter. And people have been asking me about what I used to fly. The FPV drones where you got the goggles on and you're flying and you actually feel like you're in the cockpit doing aerobatics and all that. So today, and I don't know if you'd be around to see it, I brought one of my FPV drones. These things
Wow.
are amazing. They go over 100 miles an hour. They'll climb straight up to 1,000 feet in seconds. Immense power. It's got high def video cameras and transmitters on it. It's very sophisticated. And these are all, I built this. These are all built out of frame kits and components.
Wow.
And this is what I used to do, and I got to get back to it when I get my right hand. It gets a little more precise because you got to really be on these. So I pulled up a video of a flight of this drone, just to show people for a second. I'll play maybe a minute of it. You got a minute?
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Okay, I figure you would, being a pilot. So let me get it going here, and here it is. This one here. And there's the takeoff. This is what I see through the goggles when I'm flying this thing.
Oh, man.
Now, some people get dizzy. They can't handle it. But I play this for about a minute. It's about a 4-minute video. But I come down and fly between the trees and everything. So watch for this. So a loop, another roll. But this is what drone flying means to me. And it takes years to really get good at this, where you don't crash all the time, because these things don't fly themselves. You let go of the sticks and you're in trouble.
Oh, so if you let go of the sticks, does it automatically hover, or does it?
No, this is no autopilot whatsoever.
Got it.
It'll like an airplane. It'll start to go and eventually it'll crash into something. But they're pretty stable once you get them going in a certain direction, like an airplane. But you got to fly them, and especially when you get down near the ground where you're flying around trees and things. On this particular flight, I was just having a good old time.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I think there's a place in here where I actually, watch this now. I actually come over that roof, come down through the trees, cross the lake. Is that cool?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
At any rate, I just wanted to show everybody a tiny little bit of that, because that was my life. I used to go out to that park, and that's a gorgeous park, and it's huge. That's where I did the scooter video yesterday. And I used to go out there every morning at the crack of dawn. This is before I had Carnivore Channel, before I had morning live streams. Every morning I would watch the sun come up out there at the park. And there'd be a few other guys. We'd get together and we'd all fly drones for a couple hours.
Maybe you're going to become the scooter guy.
It could. There are worse ways to go. I think that mobility vehicles, like you said earlier, are going to be so important.
The mobility man.
Yeah.
But again, I think they are, because again, we're not curing everyone on carnivore, and there's some people that their damage is already enough unless they get hip and joint replacements, which are costly, and most people probably can't get them. But having the scooter to be able to get out and connect and hang out. There are people I know that when we go to these events, they're either in a scooter or they're in a chair that they push around, those mobile chairs also. So,
well, that's why these mobility scooter people started contacting me. The thrust of their message was, what better place or what better community other than aging? In my channel, I say healthy aging is exactly what they're marketing to. So I keep getting offers, and I'm trying to learn everything I can about them to make sure the ones I recommend are good ones, worth the money. And it's an education, but you get an education by doing, and this is the only way I'm ever going to get there.
Right.
And then the e-trike got thrown in, and that is really a terrific vehicle for exercise for somebody like me that can't walk long distances or doesn't want to do jarring exercises. You could get out there, and even though it's got a motor, it's up to you how much of that motor helps. You could work your ass off on one of those bikes.
Have you seen the Voyager? What's it called? Scoot and Go Voyager. Again, it's pretty amazing what people can get and take on an airplane.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to review one of them. I just got it in a box now. Not made by Voyager, but it's made by a company called EcoMobi, who's a big wheelchair maker, electric wheelchair, but they have quite a line of scooters. And this thing actually folds up like an accordion, and it's got a battery that's legal. See, with airplanes, you can only take a certain size battery on the airplane as laws. And the batteries have to be all UL approved and have all the ratings. And this particular scooter has the right battery. It has a small enough battery to get you maybe 10, 15 miles of range, but still legal to carry on an airplane.
Yeah, because that's the key. Could you take the battery off of it, out of it, and take it into the? Because I know a lot of them, they want the batteries in the plane, not in the cargo.
The batteries do come out, but they've made sure that these were acceptable, legally acceptable for air travel because they're portable. Now, this is not. If you're a handicapped person that needs a scooter every day, all day, everywhere, these ultra portable ones are not going to be for you because they're not as comfortable. They're smaller. They go slower. But if you're a guy that needs something out there for you can get in and out of the car. There's so many concerns because even among people that are disabled, they have so many levels of disability. Like me, some people look at me and moving around and walking and say, this guy isn't disabled. But let me tell you, I'm carrying quite a disability from that stroke, and I have severe limits on what I can do. And I have enough where I can manage this, get it in and out of the car, do all that other stuff. I don't need it as much as some other people. So everybody has to assess their own needs and decide, will this help me in my situation? But I think it's a great genre. And, you and I both know, what the hell do you talk about with carnivore? Beef, butter, egg, like you say, you sum it up in 10 seconds. We do carnivore and practice it, but we can't talk full time every day, all day about it. People get tired of watching.
Right. So you're talking about other ideas, and I throw in fertility, and that's my two shtick. And we've seen so many people healing from this, and it's real important that there's a company. And then what is the? I'm just still interested. Everyone's asking, what test should I do? What's the test that I should do to know if I'm healthy or not?
You know what I do? The alarm, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I open my eyes. I sit up. The world doesn't spin. I get out of bed. Nothing hurts. I say, passed. Pass the test. Get on with the day. That's unless there's a symptom that I'm worried about. I have the philosophy that our programming, our physiology evolved over eons, and it knows so much more how to regulate everything in our body 1,000 times a second. Let it do its job.
And the scientism of the world is just confusing all of us. And when Dave Feldman does all this work, and they said at the end of the day, the measurement wasn't accurate.
Yeah. I
And,
know.
and it's like, okay, how much? Again, it's I call it entertainment
I call
because
it marketing. I call it marketing. I call all of these tests marketing.
I called even the movie we watch for the carnivore, the cholesterol code is
Yeah.
entertainment
Oh,
because
yeah.
I mean we're learning a lot. No, it's education and entertainment combined, right? Because why do we even want to watch all this stuff?
Well, we're all looking for the magic pill, and there is none.
You're right. All
The
right, so
magic pill is
everybody,
steak. Kelsey.
I got to run. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, my friend. Thanks for coming. Thanks
Take
for
care.
coming.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Always a pleasure to see Kelsey. We share so much of the same philosophy about carnivore. So much. Seems to work. It's working for him, evidently. And for me, it seems like the busier and the more distracted from carnivore that I get, the better it works for me because I stop worrying about it, thinking about it, researching it, and just let my body do what it knows how to do and do the one thing that I know that's my job. And that is, what food do I put in my mouth, period. And a few simple rules. And that even becomes automatic when you settle in on the few different things that you manage to eat every day, like bacon, eggs, hamburger, things like that, butter. And that's all you need to do is just eat. And everything else takes care of itself. The problem is when you're a carnivore YouTuber, you got nothing to talk about. Well, bikes, scooters, drones, there's all kinds of things out there that you can integrate in with the carnivore message. We're going to try to keep it entertaining until YouTube self-destructs and there's nothing here for anybody anymore except frigging commercials and AI. Because that's where it's headed. We got a year or two maybe. So for the next year or two, we'll come here and have a good time as long as people are still interested and can put up with the current trend to automate everything and even get rid of us pesky creators that they have to pay, even though they're paying us less and less. And there's more and more videos about that out there, if you don't believe me. The trend on YouTube is to get rid of having to pay creators and let the AI do everything. And jam as much commercialism and ads in your face as they can to keep you on the platform. It's very sad. But it is free enterprise after all. All right, let me say hi to Lady June. How you doing? Good morning, June. You were the first one in, and Yellow Rose Leslie was here a little early at 6 o'clock. Brian Dish, hi, Brian. Good morning to you. Richard Williams, and Barry Simon, our good friend. Good Tuesday morning, Mitch, and all from Meetup, Massachusetts. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at that. Massachusetts. Pound EFM. Please tap the like button, says Barry. Greetings from Tampa Bay, says Mike Seeley. Barry with his daily announcement that Kelsey's coming. Fogo de Chao. Be there or be square. And I guess many of you, or most of you, have decided whether you're going or not. I will see you up there from the comfort of this very chair. Maybe with a cup of coffee. And the greatest thing about carnivore, you don't think about it. Food becomes so unimportant to you on an hour-by-hour basis during the day that you can be around people stuffing their face and eating. It doesn't trigger you like sugar does. I've noticed that's incredible. You could be fasting and go out to a restaurant with people, sit there and drink a glass of water or a cup of coffee, watch everybody stuff their face with sugar and crap, and not care or not want it even. In fact, maybe be a little bit disgusted. Just got to keep your mouth shut and don't lecture everybody because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Mike Seeley, Senior, good morning. Good morning, Michael. How are you? Umira's here. Hello, everyone. And she's busy. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Chris Swain from Australia. Good night, mate. How are you down under? Good to see you. Lori. Hi, Lori. Peter's here. Lacey Campbell. Hi, Lacey. Good morning to you. Tuka. Tuka's here from Finland. Always a pleasure, my friend. We're coming up on 7 o'clock. Wow. Wow. Everybody's talking away. Kilt's finished early, so y'all came over here. Who else happened? Hey, Rick is here. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you this morning. Always good to see you. And, of course, wow. We got a trifecta this morning. Holy cow. We got a trifecta. Started with lambs. Lizzie somehow inserted herself in a millisecond between lambs and Robbie Autry. So, what a photo finish. Congratulations, guys. Right at 7. Followed by Isabel, Barry Simon, Tuka. These are all the people jabbing at the button right at 7 o'clock. Chris Swain, good morning. Good morning, Marla Kelly and Donna. Good morning from California. How are you, Lori and John Logan? And Rick says, here it is. And Chuck Supertune, how you doing, Chuck, from Clearwater? Good to see you. Don Schonger's here with us. Peter's, good morning, everyone. Hiya, Peter. You behaving yourself? I guess you got to go back to work today. It happens. It happens. Aaron is here. Hi, Aaron. How you doing? Good to see you. Anybody who else haven't I said hi to? Susie. Susie. Everybody.
Let the morning sunshine in.
Including you, Rick.
Yeah.
Move.
Get your good day started right. WEFM in the morning. Radio WEFM in the morning.
Susie inspires us.
WEFM in the morning.
Yes. Thank you for inspiring us, Susie. And our little daily 15 seconds of moving. Bad news for you, folks. It's not going to be adequate, but it's a good start. It's a good start. Gary is here with us this morning. Good morning, Gary. He says, Snickers. Yeah, most people will take a glance at this shirt, see, even though it says carnivore, they're going to see the word Snickers. It's so ingrained in their mind. Their brain plays tricks on them. Somebody named Scott. Morning all. Hiya, Scott. How are you? Unretired carnivore. Yeah, we've seen you before. How you doing, Scott? Good to see you. And the hellos continue. We have 100 people. 100 people here. Wow. What a crowd, what a crowd. And who is this? This is Chris again. Yes, talking back and forth. And Liz is here. Hiya, Liz. Always good to see you. Black Box Warning TV. So much to warn us about, isn't there, Liz? Not just in carnivore. And Lizzie says, cool shirt. We have many Liz's here today. Conversation. Robbie says good morning to Kelsey when he chimed in. It's nice to have him stop by for a short time. And Louis is here. Hi, Louis. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Retired Rick is here. Hi, Rick. And to show you that the status quo exists in Miami, it's good to have things that you can count on. Rick informs us that Milton is after him again. And I don't think you'd have it any other way, Rick. I don't think you'd have it any other way. Bob Wright is here. Hiya, Bob. Good to see you. I wear all black. Also, keep it simple. Yes. I like to wear some different colors than all black. I don't have a uniform. I do very well, rarely appear in long pants, however. Not that I'm so proud of my legs, but I like the short pants, the little athletic shorts. My wardrobe, my whole wardrobe is stupid. When I lost all the weight, nothing fit. I gave it all away to Goodwill. I have one sport jacket that I can throw on. I have a bunch of ties that went out of style 30 years ago. A few dress shirts that are folded up in the drawer, and I haven't worn them in years. I got a lot of flowered shirts, but I don't wear them much. Most of them are too big. I have 2 pairs of jeans that I went out and bought at Walmart. They're size 33 waist, and they fit beautifully. But I hardly ever wear them either, because I hardly ever go anywhere where I have to wear long pants. And that's it. If I had to get dressed up, say, to go to a funeral, I'd have to look like a Hawaiian pineapple, or I'd have to go out and buy. I'd have to buy an outfit. I don't know. It happens to a lot of us, I guess. When we change our whole lifestyle and our body shape and our body size. Oh, I'll look at all the chat back and forth. Anybody I missed? Put QQQ in the chat if you want to direct the conversation somewhere. And Robbie says again, good morning, Cigar Gary. I got a kick this morning out of the thumbnail that was on Kelsey's video. Ollie is getting very artistic. And she put them up for the whole week. And they put up 2 for each video. One in portrait mode and the other in landscape mode. I don't particularly like that. I think it confuses too many things. Too many times you get into the wrong one and have to go back out and get into the right one. I think that the landscape mode works perfectly fine on a cell phone. And most people, if they will be able to see the video at the top and plenty of room to see the chat scrolling around. These aren't the kind of videos you have to blow up to IMAX proportions. They're just talking heads, and I would rather watch them on my cell phone in the landscape mode. And if I want to see the video bigger, I can take the cell phone and just rotate it. And then you get a big full screen thing. So I wish people would just stop. It separates your view counts into 2 different videos. YouTube is less likely to recommend a video with half the views and does not combine the 2 when it looks at the popularity. I think you're hurting yourself by posting those stupid cell phone vertical TikTok versions. In our genre, mostly it's the kids, the TikTok viewers, the Instagram Reel viewers that use that format anyway. Most of us seniors are widescreen. We've always known that, and we like to stick to it. So I tried it once and it was stupid. Separate my videos into 2 separate versions. Your cell phone or your TV can deal with the landscape version any way you would like. I think it's important in these live streams to see the chat. And in the landscape mode, you'll see a lot more of the chat underneath the picture. My 2 cents, for what it's worth. Michael Pregler, good morning. How you doing? And Anthony, late this morning. How are you? Rick says the quadcopter collection. Oh, I've got so many of these. And I mean, they're not cheap either. There's a lot of expensive components in this. But this was the actual drone that I flew in that particular clip that you just saw. And it's got so much technology on it. It's got controllers built all sandwiched in that little silver box back there is the video transmitter for high def video. It's got up on top here a little thing that's a piercingly loud beeper, which is when you crash it somewhere and you can't find it, if the power gets disconnected or the battery flies off, this thing starts screaming and blinking bright lights. So it's got a GPS module up here on the front where you can, actually it has a mode where if you lose sight of it for some reason or your video goes out, you can flick a switch in your transmitter and it will automatically fly back. It's incredible, incredible technology, and it's built out of a carbon steel frame that'll actually survive a crash. And they go 100 plus miles an hour. Incredible technology, and like I said yesterday, my stroke in 10 seconds took away my ability to fly them after years of trying to learn how to do. And I was never one of the best pilots. I was just, acceptable pilot on these things. It takes a lot more hand-eye coordination, and most people my age still have. The younger kids, oh man, like video games. I suck at video games, but these younger kids, when you're young and you hone those skills, it's incredible. And some of these young drone pilots, these FPV drivers, do such amazing flight. I could never do that. I was happy to be able to take it up, do a few loops and rolls, fly down there close to the ground, and just have some fun and land it. And that was good enough for me. Good enough for me. And there weren't too many people my age doing it at all anyway. Danny, good morning, Danny in Boston. I don't want to turn this into a drone channel, so we'll stop talking about that. But, if you got passions, you want to talk about them. Donna Ray, hi, Donna Ray. How you doing? And Rick, you're right, Rick. Rick says you won't find open space like that here. That park is huge. The place that I flew in that video today was a cricket pitch. They have baseball fields. They have soccer fields, football fields. They have these fields that make the one that I was flying in look small. Then there's the area around the clubhouse with the playgrounds and all that, and the basketball courts. And I rode my scooter there yesterday. But that park, if you walk around it, it's 1 mile. There's a road that rings the whole thing. It's a mile walk. And I'm going to really work to get a carrier for that trike. And they're big, and they go in a trailer hitch in the back and get that trike up there. They need a ramp. And some of these things are expensive, $600-700. But how cool would it be, as long as I'm able, to be able to transport that trike to the beach, to scenic places, and then do 10, 15-mile rides with it and photograph and film that. That would be a great hobby for me. So I'm looking into that now. Problem with these big carriers is they weigh 100 plus pounds, and you got to have a way of getting them on and off of your car, installing them and putting them away. So just another project to work on. And if some of you don't like this current trend that I'm doing on my channel of trying to expand to keep it interesting, and it just doesn't, and I just don't tell you enough about carnivore, it's a problem for both of us. What do I mean by that? It's a problem for both of us. For me, it's a problem because a friend might lose interest in me because I'm not all carnivore all the time. And they're searching, so desperately searching for the answer, consuming carnivore media and propaganda. Hours and hours and hours a day. Confused. When in reality, distraction from all of that would be the best thing I could ever do for you. Take your mind off of carnivore. Keep pointing you back to the same basic, simple rules. It's all about the food that you eat and moving around. There is no magic pill or quick fix. There is only proper nutrition, and that is a very limited range and variety of animal products focused on fat, fatty meat, like bacon and eggs, and maybe some fish, and then forget about it and go out and play with the bicycles, play with the drones. Get yourself distracted. Stop falling for every new gimmick or sales pitch or supplement or whatever, because that's what most of this is about on YouTube when it comes to carnivore. So if you ditch me because I'm not a carnivore enough for you, I'll live, but I think you'll be hurting yourself. So stick around. It might get entertaining. And I still read all the comments on all my videos. Laurie said, love this. What was it that you loved? That was probably the drone flight, because I'm back at 7:08. I am 30 minutes behind. Holy cow, Mitch. You better get moving. Yeah. Peter says the only open space in South Florida. You know, they've got a park in Fort Lauderdale, which is pretty good. And the guys used to fly. I've been down there a number of times flying model jets. But nothing like this Palm Bay Park. And the Palm Bay Park is good because it was way out in the country. There was nothing out there. They built a school down the road from it, but there was nothing out there. It was so far out, it was deserted. It took a while. It takes me 15, 20 minutes to drive there from my house. It's a very nice drive. You don't see a thing. Well, I've been going there for years. I went back there the other day, the first time in about a year and a half. There's 3 new subdivisions along the road. There's a new shopping center with a Publix there. There's all kinds of gas stations. They're putting up a traffic light where there used to be a stop sign, because now when the kids are going to school, it gets backed up. It's just going to become another. It's down there. If you're from South Florida, you understand what happened west of the Turnpike. There used to be nothing but the Everglades. Now it goes out there 20 miles. It's big city. It looks like it's been there forever. Traffic and shopping centers. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Everybody's talking. Barry posts the information about the meetup again. Thank you, Barry. Good morning from Ponte Vedra Beach, Jerry Voitosh. Love the Mitch and Kelsey show. Yeah, how did that happen? How did that happen? Peter says, I see so many older folks and even people younger than me who are disabled using wheelchairs, walkers, or who use canes or assisted walk. Very sad. Yes, it is from either poor lifestyle and diet or an unlucky accident or incident. For whatever reason, I keep using that movie Wall-E as an example. We're headed to that. I've never seen Wall-E. You should watch it. It's animated, but it's a very heartwarming story. It really is. Good movie. Good movie. Steve McAvoy says, hi. Good morning, Steve. How are you? And we're chatting. Yeah, this is true, Michael. Michael says, I was out shooting my bow Sunday in the woods and ran into an older gentleman. Dude was 87. and his advice is never sit still. That's good advice. Not something we all want to follow all the time, but good advice nonetheless. Sandy Blythe, how you doing, Sandy? I don't know if I said hi to you before, but hello now. And Kathy's here, Pond Apple. She says, Michael, I always want to ask the 90-year-olds what they eat. What do they do? Yeah, what's amazing is most of them don't even think about it. They've fallen into habits in their younger years. Most of them are probably not carb addicts and really maybe managed to escape a childhood loaded with sugar when you get to be 90 and 100 now. That means you started out in the 40s and 50s before all of this madness came along. You probably still smoke cigarettes when you're that old, drink tons of coffee, probably eat most of your meals at a greasy spoon diner, bacon and eggs, and eat a lot of meat. Yeah, look at my grandfather. They ate vegetables. My grandmother cooked everything had potatoes, but they were, well cooked, skinned potatoes. A lot of fatty meat, brisket and stuffed beef stew, stews and things like chicken soup and all that kind of food. The one thing they didn't eat was 300 pounds of sugar every week. And I think that's the difference. And they weren't using vegetable oils or seed oils to cook in. They were using animal fats. My grandmother used to cook everything in what we called schmaltz. Schmaltz, yes, you spell it like it sounds. Schmaltz was chicken fat. Stuff cooked in chicken or duck fat is fabulous. Fabulous. And that's what they used to cook everything in, schmaltz. And it's a very descriptive name for it. It's schmaltzy at room temperature. Not hard fat like the fat on a ribeye. Not real runny, but still enough to get all over you if you don't handle it right. A lot of these older people simply don't pay attention to what they eat. They just eat what they've always eaten. It's just like your animal. Your animal doesn't consciously make a decision what to eat. It just simply knows what food is. And I'm up to the point where we lost Skiltsy, okay. And Skiltsy's up to his elbows in surgery right now. And I'm going to need it. Amy showed up. Good morning, Amy. Good morning. And I see people are starting to leave now and go about their day. How many people do I have here now? I have 86. That's okay. Peter's telling us about his grandmother. A question. How are you, boss? Important question of the day. I'm great, Kuka. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to today. I may do an unboxing video of this new mobility scooter that came the other day. This one here. And it's sitting out on my back porch. And it's the real ultra portable, foldable, would be great for somebody that travels, going on cruises, things like that. Somebody that doesn't need a scooter all day, every day because they're that immobile. It's something that I think I'd like to have. And I'm looking forward to it because it folds up a lot smaller, even though the one I reviewed this week was great, it's still, I think, a combination of a scooter that will be used more often than something that's pretty much a travel scooter. And I'm really looking forward to reviewing it and unboxing it. And I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to do it actually inside my screen porch because I cleaned up the screen patio and got all the clutter out of the way. And until it gets totally filled up with scooters and bicycles, there's room in there for me to do the unboxing without the wasps and the flies. So I'm going to do that. Kathy, yeah, that's a good thought. That's a good thought. When we are 90 and still advocating carnivore, hopefully the young folks will want to know our secret to long life. They won't care. They will not care. They're young and stupid. Most of them, their brains haven't developed enough to even think critically. They will care about TikTok. They will care about social media. They will care about anything the public media and TikTok and them tell them to care about. They won't even notice the 90-year-olds because what young person on this planet gives a shit about all those pesky old farts running around? That's the reality of it, I think. There may be a couple of them might be curious, but they won't be any more curious than we are today, running around asking 90-year-olds what they eat. Few of us do. Most of us that do that are approaching that age ourselves. So it's a lofty goal, Kathy. I think a lofty goal, but not likely to happen. And if you don't believe me, go talk to your grandchildren or great-grandchildren and ask them how much of their day is concerned with thinking about why this old person is so healthy. Even the relatives of that old person don't care why. They're busy leading their own lives, stuffing their face with alcohol and crap food. I think that's a sad reality. How wonderful would it be if the young kids today actually respected the elders like they used to do in the tribes and honored them for their wisdom instead of dismissing them as stupid old people who don't know anything and should be put out to pasture? Because that's how young people are. They're born. Just ask any of them. They're born knowing more than you'll ever know right off the bat. And once you're born with all that knowledge, where else is there to go but just to get more and more stupid the older you get? My favorite expression, one of them used to be, when a kid wakes up, usually in his 30s and 40s, and says, you know, I've noticed that the older I get, the smarter my parents become. And that usually happens about the time a human being gets into their 30s and 40s and realizes that they didn't know shit up until now, and they're just beginning to be able to have the brain power to think and analyze the reality of the world. And if they're smart, they accept it and say, God, I was dumb. But that's the way it's supposed to be, I think. And Susie Marsh says, you all inspire me, and you inspire us too, Susie. Glad to have you here as part of our community. Max D is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? Rick, I think your entire life is an inspiration to exercise. The cat's part of it. Crawling under bobcats are part of it. I wanted to show you something. Speaking of bobcats, I'm going to try to show it to you on my cell phone. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it will work. Let me see. Let me see here. Camera. Let's see. Here. Yesterday they came to remove. Can you see that? No. I'll have to download it. Yesterday they came to remove a dead palm tree. A dead palm tree. In there, in that picture there, that camera does it just blows out too quick. But nice. What looks like a brand new bobcat. And they used it to get rid of that dead palm tree in front of my house, and they're replacing it. My landlord, the people that own the park, came through for the first time in 10 years and are going to replace a fairly expensive palm tree that got destroyed this year and froze. But I'll download it and show you tomorrow, Rick. Oh, and if I forget, remind me, and worst comes to worst, we'll do it on Thursday night. This gorgeous bobcat. And the first thing when I saw this gorgeous bobcat, I thought of you, Rick. I thought of you. So we want to show you. We want to show you the gorgeous bobcat. And Susie says, how do we get on board for the live stream on Saturday? Oh, there'll be a thumbnail, just like the morning live streams. You just search for my channel, go to my channel, click live, and there it'll be. There it'll be. It's already up there. It's already up there. Here, let me try to do this. Let me go over to here. Let me go to YouTube. Click live. And there it is, with Special K on the cover. Kiltsy. And then basically, you can go in there now. Nobody has been in there. When you go in there now, it brings it up, but there's no chat in there. And anybody, unless YouTube does away with them, anybody who wants to can go into this live stream anytime before and chat away. Just another place where the lost souls can go hang out. So that's live. And it says, join us online at the Boston Meetup, noon to 4 p.m., blah, 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 steakhouse. If you want to attend, RSVP. And that's all there is in the description. And so far, I don't think anybody's found it, but I found it, and it is there, and it is live. So that's where you go, and we'll be talking about that. And thanks for bringing that up, Susie, and bring it up again in the next few days. Remind me to show people where the video is for it. It's got Kiltsa's picture on the cover. Publicity hog. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What I need to do is make I need to make a thumbnail for that video with a picture of a meetup and maybe a little cutout of Barry and Danny on there. I think I'll do that because a lot of people, when they see that thumbnail, are going to think it's one of Kiltsa's live streams, and it's not. It's a meetup live stream. I just put that up there because I didn't have a graphic that applied, and I did have this graphic that had Kiltsa's picture and information about it, but I think I'm going to change that. Maybe later today I'll do that, so it's not as misleading, and people don't think it's people don't think it's a Kiltsy interview or something like that. Half an hour behind. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to fly, everybody. I'm gonna have to fly. Yeah, Liz says YouTube just had another update. Views are going to be counted at first frame, separate from engage. I think there were. I don't know if they're talking. From what I heard, they were talking about only shorts. Maybe it's regular ones. I gave up trying to keep up with YouTube All I know is that every month I make less and less ad revenue. And I know the reasons why, and it's just YouTube is tired of paying. There's too many creators, not enough ads. They have no competition. There's not a single other platform, not Rumble, not anybody, that can compete with YouTube right now in this space. They own it. It's Google. They own the world. They make the rules. They're not going to pay you when they don't have to. They're going to be working towards doing away with so much of the monetization, make it harder and harder. They just increase the amount of watch hours you need to qualify to be monetized from 4,000 to 8,000. They've been gradually over time reducing the amount they pay per 1,000 clicks to where it's like $2 now, $2 to $3. I make $2 or $2.50 every morning doing this live stream. Wow, what money? What money? And Lizzie says, Mitch, do you make the remote? No, you buy the remote, the transmitters and receiver. You buy all the components. They're all too complicated. You buy the flight controllers, the cameras. You decide what you like best. Now, they sell pre-built ones, but I used to love to build them myself. That was the basis of my channel. I'd have 4-hour live streams with 4 cameras. Building one from scratch, showing how to solder everything to the flight controllers. It's all miniature work and programming everything and tuning everything. It's complicated shit. Jerry says, thanks for showing the remote control video this morning. That takes skill. Hope you didn't have any crash. Knock on wood, had very, I was a cautious flyer. I always erred on the side of caution. I had very few crashes, which is why I still have that whole wall of drones. I must have 15 or 20 of these things. And they all look brand new because I took care of them and I never crashed them. And they all still work. The only difference between then and now is the laws. And on this one here, if you look on, where is it? If you look on this arm, where is it? Is it there? Yeah. You see there's a number. It says, it begins with FA. See that number? That this drone is registered with the FAA to be legal for me to fly and use the videos it produces for commercial purposes. And they consider a YouTube channel commercial purposes. But since the time I flew it back then and now, they've enacted laws that require me to have a transmitter on this drone that will let anybody with a cell phone and a particular app know not only where the drone is flying, but where the pilot's flying, so they can come and give me help. And I would need to buy, and I haven't bought one yet, I need to buy a little transmitter and strap it on there with the battery so that I can be legal again to use. Crazy. Most drone guys have just given up. He said it's too much liability now. But I still want to do it. So I'm still probably going to make sure I get all my ducks in a row, make sure I'm current on my written 2-year renewal test with the FAA to show them I still know something. And maybe actually when my right hand keeps improving more and more and I can fly with that with adequate accuracy, even if I can't do maybe some of the crazy stuff I used to do, like flying so close to the ground between the trees and all that. I want to get out there, throw the goggles back on, and actually, sometime before I die, experience that, because it was such a joy for me. Such a joy. Susie says, can you just for the trike company to supply a carrier trailer. The trikes are scooters or your patch gear. Yeah, this trike that I have, has a place to screw a trailer hitch on the back, and they make these little trailers designed for trikes. There's any number of them. You can look them up on Amazon, or you can get them from anybody. And people carry dogs or kids in them, and they carry their groceries in them. And yeah, they've got them. You don't need to go to the company. Anybody's little trailer would hitch up to this bicycle, and it would have the power to pull it too. I got lucky with this. This was the first e-trike I got. I managed to avoid all the junk, the no-name junk that's sold everywhere that is unsafe. This trike is really, really something, and is widely reviewed on YouTube and pretty universally raved about. So I got lucky. The first company that contacted me happened to be one of the better ones. There are bigger e-bike companies, but these people are great, and I'm going to review one of their mobility scooters. They're a highly transportable mobility scooter. It will be here tomorrow, but it's going to have to wait 2-3 weeks, a month, until I get done with the one I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to start, and I don't want to jam them all up, but they all have merits, and they all have certain things about them that might mean more to some people and less to some others. And the only way I'm ever going to learn about all the differences in experience is to get experience with these things and test them and play with them. And whether you buy them or not, I'm not here trying to sell mobility scooters. I'm here. The only thing in it for me is I get the scooter, and I get something to talk about so I can stay on YouTube and not become too boring. If somebody buys one and I make a $50 commission, so be it. If I don't, also so be it. These things don't sell like kitchen appliances, believe me. They're very, very special purpose things. And the manufacturers know that. And when they send me a scooter, I've talked about this before, it's really a cheap way of them to get a professional video produced without spending the kind of money it takes. So they're happy even if nobody buys one. If they can use some of your photography and some of your stills and some of your video in some of their other promotions on their websites and things like that, they're happy. They're very happy, and they'll continue to send products. I get increasingly every day more and more requests from manufacturers of things you wouldn't believe. You would not believe. I got one 2 days ago from a company that makes these exoskeletons, these gizmos that you strap all over you and you can be like, the bionic man. They want to send me one of those. I would kill myself in one of those things. And they're expensive, but I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe the stuff I get. Oh, I got to get through this. Somehow it's after 8 o'clock. Somehow it's after 8 o'clock. I'm up to 7:43. I'm just going to look for the questions now. I will, during the replay, Steve McAvoy, Mitch, a few more mobility scooters and you have a yard sale. That's true. We already have a meme of that. Barry already anticipated in his prophetic manner what might happen to me with a driveway. And if I could lay my hands on it real quick, I'd show it to you right now. But I really got to get through this. Really got to get through this. Susie says, thank you for this channel. There's so much love to start the day. Back at you, Susie. Back at you, Susie. And Kathy says, me too, Susie. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I do feel the love. That's why I come here. Golden Girl, hi, says, correct again, Mitch. I don't think young folks see much value in older members of this society. Result of being raised thinking they are the center of the universe. Well said. Well said. That's exactly how these people are. The selfie generation. The selfie generation. You see them walking down the street. The most important thing is them. It's gone to a whole new level. Narcissism. They're born with it. So yeah, thanks for confirming that I might be on the right track with my opinion. Okay, I gotta get through this. Got to get through this. $8:01. Let's do it. I'm talking about drones. We did it. We did it. So, any coffee left? Yes, a couple sips. So I will finish my coffee. You say goodbye to your friends in the chat. Tomorrow morning is Open Panel Wednesday. Come on in and see us. Join the fun. I will see you tomorrow morning at 7. I don't think I have any live YouTube appearances anywhere else. So we'll do it tomorrow morning. And Lori says bye. Bye all, says Danny Sparkadon. I hope you all have a great day. I made a beef be with you as long as we can still get beef. Bye, Miss Lori, says Robbie. You have a great day, sweetie. Great day, everyone. And peace out, says Michael. Jerry Vortish waving and sending out hearts to everybody. Lori Weitzel dancing. Isabel saying goodbye. Leslie says, thank you, Mitch. Have a productive day ahead. I intend to have a great day, even though they're calling for severe thunderstorms here in Florida, which is why, another reason why I think I want to assemble this new scooter, or unbox it, because it's already fully assembled, inside. Never get tired of this song. Comes bop bop bop. So with that, and the final sip of coffee, we will turn off the coffee warmer and get ready to get about my day. All of you have a great day. I enjoyed every minute of this, and I'll enjoy it tomorrow, especially if you all come in and enjoy it with me on the panel. So until then, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.